a tough negotiator throughout your career. You've talked about the importance of depth negotiations. What advice do you have for others?
Oh, there's so much to talk about negotiation. It's a very you learn over time, and it was one of the tough ones that I had to navigate as well. Okay, so first, it's important to recognize that negotiation is a two-way street. It has to be beneficial for both the parties. It essentially means meeting the other party kind of midway. And like everything else, you need to do your homework before you're negotiating. You need to work on the terms that you need, but also be cognizant of, is there a proposal that benefits the other party, right? So you're meeting both ways, um, and then it's like, okay, what can you negotiate? Everything, money, position, title, mental health, growth, work-life balance, um, leaves, maternity leaves, hybrid work. Everything is up for negotiation, right? I would say think big. Think what matters to you, to your life, to your family, wherever you are in your place in life at that point, and what you need to know is that what will make you show your best self at work, right? So negotiate on those things. And then, as a manager, there are multiple times you can negotiate things, right? So I've always encouraged like two-way conversations and believe to be transparent about being investing in my growth in my team's growth, right? So during performance reviews, I've consistently, sorry, given opportunities to the team to consider, sponsorship or coaching or mentorship outside of the company. Work-life balance opportunity. There are people who are taking courses, there are people who want to work remote, who do not want to invest in 2 hours of traffic time. People want extra vacation days to spend time with family. There are families who go back to, Asia or Israel, to kind of meet their parents they've not seen for a year long. So there is always something you can work on that makes sense, that brings a happier you back to work. So think through those things. And then specific to, salary, number one, do your research. Don't come up with a number that you just pull out of your hat. Okay. Do your research, know what's going on in the market. Don't come across like, somebody who's not done it, right? And then never settle for the first offer. The party knows it's a negotiation you're going into. You don't need to give your first offer forward too. Know your worth, know your homework, then ask for it. Again, be kind and be nice. Don't be a douche when you're asking for it.
Yeah.
Tell the other person why you are doing this. What do you bring to the table, so they can understand where you're coming from, and they can, if what you're asking may not be the best, they can curate an offer that works in both favors. So consider the person in front of you as a smart individual who wants to work with you in your favor and get you on board. And the last thing I would talk about in negotiation is, stop thinking about it as it's a dirty word. It's not. Think of it as a visual setting across the table with an equal power stakeholders to reach a consensus that works for both parties. That's how, just take it very, very objectively and tactfully. And I'm sure that you'll need to do some skills and learning, read about it, but it can get really easy over time.
Yeah. And I mean, as women, we kind of underestimate ourselves, right? And that's why we don't go in, and negotiate. So, yeah,
I
thank
completely agree. And never think of that. Never restrict yourself just because of women. Somebody would be thinking of you that way. Don't limit yourself. You are in equal power position. So go ahead, know what you want, and ask for it.